So I happened to randomly come across another video I don't think I've seen before on this tireless topic of foam filling tires. And this video is down here, Gander Flights, and he kind of did a follow-up long term and found that his wheelbarrow foam-filled tires didn't do too well. He actually the black can, if I remember right, was a better performer. But on his riding mower, the results were more favorable. Still, not really the best idea. You talk to, anybody that's been around for years doing so, and they'll tell you, well, the original ballast can be a few things, but typically the beet juices. And actually I have a pair ag tires that are filled with beet juice. And, it's supposed to be a best. I'm sure there's still going to be corrosion going on, but that's at least the original tried and true method. It's not very, it's not real expensive. I don't know, here they're saying 2020, about 28 cents per pound. Calcium chloride's more, windshield washer fluid. There's a couple different options that can be used. It looks like rim guards, being the better. Let's see, windshield washer fluid 23 to, here's a good little table here, the comparison of the ballast options. Well, so, of course, what's the latest thing I saw looking around? I'm like, sand? So, success with sand. Well, actually, before I saw this, I happened to take a look at, I was thinking real quick, I'm like, hey, to seal up those holes that, they made in here, just use a hole saw first off, or cut a flap. Like, you probably want to use the best stuff as your better grade polyurethane, ideally maybe even a silicone, but that gets really expensive. So it's like Flex Foam, IT25 expanding foam, that's what you really want to use. But cut a slit so you can fill really well. And this, I actually commented on these videos. Follow like what 65 Ford uses a PR100, a PR40 type based rubber adhesives by 3M. And those numbers relate to the time to cure and the viscosity of the glue. So, choose wisely. But he demonstrates really well how surprisingly amazing, even on sidewall punctures and repairs, that product works. So back to where I was, instead of using sand, I'm like, hey, why not just use rubber mulch nuggets? Like, that's already tire material. And I commented noting maybe old golf balls you remove the plastic shell from. Might be a good idea because that's a way to find maybe free rubber. So maybe you can do it free with like that kind of rubber material, or maybe tennis balls even too. I don't know if tennis balls would take the load as well, but tennis balls maybe, that furry outer material you can coat with one of these and use a lot less of like this expanding foam or maybe a diluted silicone, a type 2 or a type 1 silicone with maybe mineral spirits. So you get a coating of, even with this material, that instead of just being the free floating nuggets, you could get a little adhesive effect on all that. It'd be a lot less of that material that would help bind. Now, granted, if this experiment fails, you're cutting off the tires from the rim. They're going to be dumped anyways. But this nugget material, you probably can pull it back out again and save it and try to use it again. I don't know, it's just a thought. But I'm leaning towards this rubber mulch nuggets. It sounds a little corny. But from basically a tubeless or what do you call it? A puncture resistant tire. This stuff seems to be like, I'm kind of stuck on it. And I see no videos when I search. So, taking into account these different methods, I'm like, I think I'm going to have to try this. So I'll probably go get a bag of this stuff, but I want to document it for now. What do you think for a future upcoming video? Comment down below if you have any suggestions. Seen ranges from like Elmer's glue and ethanol with sand or with, I'm wondering with the nuggets, that might be a more non-toxic method. leave a comment down below, like, subscribe, and share on social media. Get some thoughts. I'm going to kind of pick around a little bit to see if I can get any feedback. Probably won't, but I don't know. It seems like a smart idea, and that's not a bad price. And this should have a little weight, but it's not necessarily for ballasting. It's mainly just to have puncture-resistant tires, and so you don't have to worry about filling them up so much. And instead of like sand, with the lawn and riding, the garden tractor designs, you actually want to have air-filled tires. You don't want the solid urethane. It's solid. You'd want the rubber material. So actually, that's part of your suspension. So that'll help reduce the wear on your bottom and your rider, so your tractor, and probably your field maybe a little bit, but I don't know. Anyhow, be safe, stay healthy until next time. Learn something new and keep Christ with you. Bye for now.